So correct. Okay. Okay. Israeli government and the United States of America has given Nigeria, especially the man under the watch of this administration, but Bola Ahmed Tinubu 72 hours to release Nnamdi Kanu. They elapsing the expiration of 60 days. That is 2 good months given to this administration under the watch or supervision of Bola Ahmed Tinubu has elapsed, expired, to release Nnamdi Kanu, whose kinsmen had gathered, their elders, their monarchs and kings, Igbes, Ezes. Eze Idigo was there. Obi Igbe Achebe of Onitsha, Obi of Onitsha, King Achebe was there. Ata of Igala, the grand monarch of the entire Nigerian contraption or country, was there. Then came that Igbe of Ezago in Enugu State, an orator, a man of motivational speech, a motivational speaker who actually held the Oni of Ife, the entire monarch in the southwest, including the Nigerian current president Bola Ahmed Tinubu, ransom with his oratory rendition, streamlining reasons and points why federal government of Nigeria under the watch of Bola Ahmed Tinubu should release Nnamdi Kanu, the Igbo son. He questioned, why could you release Igbo, your son, and preparing to give him the highest honor, Are Onika Comfort of Yoruba land, while that young man who has done nothing, an Igbo man, Nnamdi Kanu, is suffering in jail for what he has not done. Release him if you actually know you are calling for traditional council of monarchs, which has never been existed or documented in Nigeria, for a meeting. We are not and we couldn't be part of it. Explain the Igbe, the Eze from Ezago axis of Enugu State. Igbe, Eze, His Royal Highness Igade, you actually represented the Igbos too well. The gathering at Abuja, a call by Oni of Ife, he targets traditional council of what? Royal fathers or chiefs or rulers from southern Nigeria, which has never been in existence. It has never been endorsed. It is a handwork of the southwestern Obas and Kabiesis, to extort, to cheat, to bring down, to subjugate the Igbo kings, Igbes and rulers, the Obis and Obas, including Oba of Benin. Only a young man that ascended the throne at the age of 48, I know it, was trying to spearhead Eze Idigo of Aguleri. For your information, all my listeners, please, Eze Chukwuemeka of Aguleri was the king of the Igbos 2,500 years before the king of Nri in Agwata local government. Do we have Oyo Empire then? No. The Igbos have come a long way. They actually left Egypt during the time of Exodus. In the Old Testament, you will see the whole accounts, the stories of how Eri, the father of the Igbos, left Egypt with his kinsmen. He could not even wait for Moses, anointed by God, to lead his people, the Jews, out of the land of Israel. That was how the Igbos journeyed down to the southern river Nile, from where they exuded into the contraption or region where they settle today, lower part of River Niger. This young Oni is trying to supersede Igbo of Aguleri and the rest of the Ezes in Igbo land, to head all of them and bring them down as slaves. And this, my king, my monarch, my papa, Nnamu, actually stated everything clear at FCT, speaking it right on the face of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that they are not happy for that kind of gathering. Why you release Igbo, leaving Nnamdi Kanu, our son, and we are telling us that we come here to build a united Nigeria, one Nigeria. Who is one in Nigeria? Fulani and Yoruba are one in Nigeria with exclusion of Igbos. Keep on telling us the truth. You can't unite us. You can't call this kind of meeting a council, a platform, royal platform, monarchical podium or medium that has not been legally, let me say, accepted, generalized by the entire, traditional rulers in the southern Nigeria. They blasted Oni of Ife. They rejected his call. They actually removed their head from being used as slaves. Thank you so much, this Igbo, this monarch, my Eze from Enugu State. You have spoken well. You have actually indicated that the Igbos are the oldest race on the continent of Africa, but the kind of the Yorubas, the people they are, they play along with Sokoto Caliphates and Fulani Caliphates to bring the Igbos down, claiming that Sardauna Sokoto is number one. Sardauna Sokoto is number one in Sokoto State and for the Fulani nationality, but not where the Igbos are. Oni of Ife is number one, the paramount Kabiesi in Yoruba land, not where Oba of Benin is, not on the domain of the Igbos, Ezes, and Igbes Council. We are the Igbos, we know our tradition and customs. We don't use money to buy Igbe, we don't use money to buy Eze, we don't use money to buy whatsoever the name of a particular dynasty or kingship is in Igbo land. It is a hereditary thing. We inherit it. We don't buy it. We don't steal it. It is not political. We don't play eye service to call someone Igbe or Eze. It must be inherited by the family of a particular person enthroned as Eze and Igbe in Igbo land. I have come again. You know me. I'm always a man, Ralph Tresvant, and I'm telling you exactly how it is. I'm not afraid of anybody. The Igbos have come a long way to state it clearly in front of Oni of Ife that that kind of gathering is not allowed, accepted by Eze Digo of Aguleri or Amainebo of Opobo or Obi of Onitsha, even the Obi of Nike land in Enugu State. We are older. Think about Ata of Igala, a man that has actually rejected Queen Elizabeth and his husband, denying them bowing down. Do you know what it means? Kowtow. Kowtow, K-O-T-O-W, a language, a town, royal town invented by the Japanese. That is when you prostrate before the king. It is called Kowtow, K-O-W-T-O-W. Ata of Igala refused it to Queen Elizabeth and his husband, 18th centuries, when they gathered, and Sardauna Sokoto was actually to subjugate, having upper hand above Ata of Igala. He rejected it, and right on this front of Tafawa Balewa, Sardauna Sokoto, Abubakar, Tafawa Balewa, and Ahmadu Bello, that he would never, in his own kingdom, bow down before King of England. I mean, Queen of England and his husband. He rejected it. How more of this young Oni that just, migrated from America, invited to take over the king's stool in Oni Ife land. How could they just want to at least lure the Igbo kings, Igbes, Atas, Oba of Benin into that kind of political, let me say, manipulation? They actually made it clear to him that he has failed. The Southwest has failed the Igbos, betrayed them times without number. And that's why he made it clear that Nnamdi Kanu must come out when Tinubu, if he wants to begin discussing Nigerian unity. Who and who are united in Nigeria? Nobody. Unity of Nigeria is between Yoruba and Fulani. Two of them are sharing the national cake, traditional leadership of the Nigerian country. So that's why the Eze, the Igwe, rejected that call and made it clear that Nnamdi Kanu should come out before anything, about Nigerian unity. You could see how his oratory speech actually stunned everybody, and the silence in this gathering was louder than, let me say, chaotic, boisterous protest or war. That is what makes a man a king. Igbo man is a king because his family has originally inherited it from the Igbo contraption. Our culture and tradition will never be, drilled. It can never drill. It can never be bought over. It can never be intimidated. That's whom we are. Oni has tried his best to bend the Igbes, the kings, who are his father, senior over his father, to bow before him, to be under him. No, nobody, no king in Nigeria is above the Igbo kingship. Why? We are here on the continent of Africa, BC, before our Lord Jesus Christ. So, not Yoruba Kingdom, not the Fulani Caliphate, or any other contraption or tribe in Nigeria will bring the Igbos down. The gathering was right now clear to everybody that the Igbos, the Igbo kings, the monarchs that actually went to Abuja to honor invitation by Oni of Ife and Tinubu administration, they were there for Nnamdi Kanu's release and freedom. And you know what I'm trying to tell you right now? Israeli government, Knesset, and American Congress giving Nigeria 72 hours, though the 60 days expiration of instruction and order by United Nations organization expired long ago, and United Nations is threatening serious embargo and sanction against Nigeria. Failure to release Nnamdi Kanu, 72 hours given by Benjamin Netanyahu and the United States of America for Nigeria to do the needful, or the forces standing by that could extricate Nnamdi Kanu from dungeon very soon. We are not asking for excuse. We are not asking for dialogue or negotiation with Nigerian government. Kanu has not done anything. Why could this administration and the Buhari administration be suffering an innocent man, an Igbo man that has not done nothing? He has been going through ordeal, agonizing situation, condition since 2021, risking it being yourself or your son. Our king from the axis of Ezagu, Enugu State, stipulated his point clear, demanding from Tinubu that he unconditionally releases Nnamdi Kanu. He should give the executive order right now. Yes, silence right now is louder than voice. It is too obvious that Igbo was freed, and the Yoruba land and their KBC in council wanted to give him the highest honor in the land. This is a man that committed the same crime with Nnamdi Kanu. Is moving freely, even with the highest honor in Yoruba land. Achiwaju, Otumba, Are Oni Kakamfo, the general of Yoruba, war general in the southwest, to a man who is right now freed from Cotonou, freed by Tinubu administration, while an innocent man that has well prophesied and predicted the current situation, bloody one, yes, perpetrated by the Fulani oligarchy across Nigerian farmland, topography and regions, killing and paying people in southwest with impunity and such audacity that government of this man, BAT, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, could not ask Fulani why and bring them to justice. But an innocent Igbo man who is not doing anything wrong but agitating for emancipation of his people, the Igbos, was seized, jailed, unnecessarily jailed, illegality, illegal jailing, court ruling, and stated by that Igbo senator that is packed in the house of the lawmakers, telling his fellow senators that Nnamdi Kanu was illegally jailed. He said that kind of judgment is not supposed to hold. He was even employing or enjoining most of his colleagues in the house to advocate for Kanu's release. They started tackling him. He stood on his feet, even attacking these people, these lawmakers, these vultures, political vultures, back, that they could not do him anything. Yes, when you said, am I a lawyer? They were asking me, are you a lawyer? He said, no, but I'm a lawmaker. I know law. I make the law. I am among the lawmakers in Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu is innocently, is an innocent man, illegally, incarcerated by Nigerian political system, which has turned, its back on the Igbos, neglecting Igbos from 1970 to date. 56 years now, the Igbos has been going through hell. There is a need for, not even a dialogue, urgent, an emergency release of Nnamdi Kanu. Whether the British likes it or not, we have the congressmen, American congressmen discussing about Nnamdi Kanu, let me say, sudden freedom. They must free him. He has not committed any crime. All his prophecy and prediction has come to pass. He actually made this revelation in the past that time shall come, or should come, when the Fulanis will run over the entire Nigerian region. Is it not happening now? Who committed bloody crimes in Nigeria? Nnamdi Kanu Nnamdi Kanu has not committed any crime. crime. Release him. That's the point. We gather here as we call for the councils of the traditional rulers in the south that has never been gazetted in our, monarchical or traditional system, and we are here. You have actually made your stance clear, and we are telling you our heart that illegally you have seized our son for over 5 years now, tormenting and punishing him when he has not done anything. Release Nnamdi Kanu. Tinubu release Nnamdi Kanu. Bajapia Mila, Baya Ononoga, release Nnamdi Kanu. Look at your Abu, a bloated, inflated toad from Akwa Ibom. You are still holding on to illegality, claiming that you are Senate President, a position held by Ahmed Saraki, competently satisfying all Nigerians. Ababio, you are there to satisfy only Tinubu and the APC. Your people demanded that this young man dies. If anything happens to Nnamdi Kanu, we are aware of court accusation led by El-Rufai that made the EFCC after seizing El-Rufai, then there came the SS to apprehend him again. El-Rufai is inside because he revealed most of the classified information and documents as a result of his ability to use software or any mechanism to tap the NSA hotline. He overheard them discussing about importation of a particular colorless, odorless chemical from Poland. It has circulated all over the world. That is a chemical weapon. If anything happens to Nnamdi Kanu, Nigeria will go down. You should release him now. Release Kanu now. Under 72 hours given to you by Benjamin Netanyahu and Trump administration. United States means business. State of Israel is on it. Recognizing Biafra globally is an ultimate, let me tell you, achievement by Benjamin Netanyahu, the senior brother of Yoni, the young man that lost his life during 90 minutes at Entebbe in Uganda in 1976, precisely 50 years ago, July. See, once upon a time, a great man that was leading the greatest agitation group in the world was apprehended at Nairobi, Kenya, illegally kidnapped into Nigerian contraption, and today he still remains in jail. We are demanding for release of Nnamdi Kanu. Give Igbo whatever honor you like in your land. We don't care. Kanu must come out, and Nigeria must do the needful. Failure to do that, forces standing by, to release Nnamdi Kanu. If abduction of Maduro and his wife Flores in Venezuela, Caracas, could be possible, that possible. Let me tell you, releasing of Nnamdi Kanu out of Sokoto Correctional Center is as simple as ABC. Here is me telling you exactly what is going on in Nigeria again. And my name is Raphael Mbechikwelu, aka Raf Tresvant. I have come again. Subscribe from my YouTube channel, like me, hit notification bell, share among your WhatsApp, your Facebook, your Instagram and Twitter handles, contacts. Thank you so much for listening. I cherish you, my viewers. Thank you so much, Mr. Tundo Kafo. Thank you so much, Dr. Chuku Emeka. He lives in Germany. Thank you so much, Dr. Charles. He lives in New York City. Thank you so much, Dr. Oku Adi OJ, a professor of the law in the UK. Thank you so much, Mami Nkechi, my mama. Thank you so much. Thank you, my man, Izuchuku from Kinshasa. Thank you so much. What about King Henry, my man? King Henry, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. What about King Joe Oba, Mookie Grades? Thank you so much. Ojiofo, GOA, Nelly, Ogo, and Gladys Onyabo. Abu Stop and Chop. King Joe Oba, I've mentioned their name. Dr. Ukwoji, thank you so much. Modesty Amuche, thank you so much. I love you all. I appreciate you all. You are welcome to my channel. Goodbye.